This video is going to be a getting started video, and it's also going to be part one of a multi-part video series for this assignment. So this assignment is your ranch home design, and here's the PDF that you'll see in your assignment folder. Big letters at top, do not copy this house, it is an example, okay? So the goal is not to replicate this house. It's so a ranch house is basically a single-story house. You can have people occupy the roof area, but in essence, the ranch home, the only wall should be for the vertical wall should be for the first floor. Now, I would encourage you, much like this house, to kind of more or less mix up the shaping. Just a constant rectangle is, does lack a certain level of creativity. I mean, I realize that ranch homes generally don't vary in terms of shape a whole lot, but even subtle variations can make a big difference. So it says the following requirements are for your ranch home. So the home design, no larger than 100 by 40 feet. Be within like 10. Okay, I'll show you my example. I know for a fact my example is, part of it at least, is about 10 feet wider, so that's okay. And no smaller than 60 by 30. Now the reasoning for this kind of parameters, being spelled out, is to avoid somebody more or less making like a ranch home shed. So the roof peak is going to be 12 feet high, and you're going to use 2x4 boards, real life size, 1.5 by 3.5. For this, we're going to use 1 foot spacing, and the walls should be 10 feet high. Wood texture, you're going to include all the texture, just like that photograph. So you want to make sure that it's actually a textured drawing. Footing and foundation with concrete, form texture, paint can 4 feet deep. Similar measurements from previous assignments. So let's look at how we're going to get started. Now, this is basically the getting started example for this assignment. So here's what I did was, my house is overall 90 long, and like I said, it's a little wider. It's 50, but only a certain portion. And what I did was, I drew this, I grabbed my offset tool, I offset it 6 inches. If you look down here, our footing sticks out 6 inches. I pushed it down 1 foot. Your footing is 1 foot thick. And then I bumped this up 4 feet, and that's going to be our foundation for the ranch home. Now, just to give you an idea, now this is part one, so there's going to be other parts. But just to give you an idea, like this part here, similar to the example, I said similar, not exactly the same, but I'm going to put my garage here, and this is going to be the living area. So I hope that's helpful to help you get started. Once again, this is part one of a multi-part series for this assignment.